Hung was born and raised in a small fishing village by the coast in central Vietnam. From a young age, he was familiar with the sight of fishing boats returning at dawn, filled with fresh seafood. However, life here was not easy. The villagers had to struggle with harsh weather conditions and unstable incomes from traditional fishing. Despite this, Hung always valued the ocean and the precious resources it provided. On evenings by the beach, Hung often listened to his father talk about the large, strong crabs, full of rich flavor, that people from other places always sought after. His father once said, "If we know how, our crabs can become a precious gift for every household." These words sparked in Hung a big dream. How could he bring the crabs from his homeland further, not only within the country but also to the world? As he grew up, Hung realized that to make his dream a reality, he needed knowledge and skills. He decided to leave his village and move to the city to learn. While there, Hung worked part-time to support himself while studying business administration. He spent much time researching supply chains, seafood preservation, and how to build a brand. Despite the difficulties of living away from home, the dream of creating a famous crab brand never left his mind. With determination and the desire to improve the lives of the villagers, Hung began his journey to build the crab brand. It was a challenging road, but also one full of opportunities for him to make his dream come true. After graduating from university, Hung returned to his hometown with a heart full of passion and a detailed plan. He started by surveying the local crab supply. The harsh reality was that the villagers were still using traditional fishing and preservation methods, leading to unstable yields and deteriorating quality. This made Hung realize that to build a strong crab brand, he needed to change the traditional way of doing things and build a systematic process. Hung decided to work with the people closest to him, his family and neighbors. He organized meetings to share his vision, not only selling raw crabs but turning them into high-quality products that meet both domestic and international standards. Initially, many people were skeptical. Who would buy crabs at a high price when they are sold everywhere in the market? Was the question Hung heard most often. But he didn't give up. With his modest savings, Hung invested in modern saltwater tanks to preserve live crabs. He also learned crab farming techniques from advanced models in other regions. Hung developed a strict quality control process to ensure that every crab met the standards of weight and freshness. Gradually, Hung's efforts began to bear fruit. His first batches of crabs were warmly welcomed by customers from big cities. They were not only impressed by the quality but also by the story of Hung's journey and the villagers' rise. This was a great motivation for him to continue moving forward on the path he had chosen. After confirming the product's quality, Hung realized the importance of branding. He named the product Hung Viet Sea Crabs, symbolizing pride in the Vietnamese origin. He hired a design team to create a professional logo, packaging, and build an official website. To approach the market, Hung focused on a communication strategy. He used social media to share images, videos of the crab farming process, everyday stories of fishermen, and the nutritional value of crabs. The campaign Fresh from the Ocean to Your Table quickly spread, attracting attention from customers across the country. Hung didn't stop at selling fresh crabs. He collaborated with famous chefs to create dishes made from crabs and organized culinary workshops in major cities. These efforts not only helped Hung elevate the value of the product but also set it apart from competitors. The Hung Viet Sea Crabs brand quickly gained the trust of customers. Hung began expanding into supermarkets and major restaurants in Hanoi, Da Nang, and Ho Chi Minh City, laying a solid foundation for further growth. With growing demand, Hung understood that he needed to expand production and the supply chain. He partnered with farms in coastal provinces like Quang Ngai, Binh Dinh, and Nha Trang, and set strict standards for technique and hygiene. To support the farms, Hung organized training sessions and provided high-quality breeding stock. He also invested in modern logistics systems to ensure that the crabs were delivered quickly while retaining their freshness. These efforts not only helped increase production but also improved product quality. The supply chain operated smoothly, ensuring that Hung Viet sea crabs could always meet market demands, especially during peak seasons like holidays. Hung also began building relationships with major partners both domestically and internationally. Contracts with supermarket chains and large restaurants helped the company grow exponentially, paving the way for further progress in the future. In the early years of expansion, Hung faced many difficulties. Flooding in central Vietnam severely impacted supply. In addition, competition from domestic and imported brands pushed the market price down. To overcome this, Hung implemented a plan to stockpile crabs in large tanks to reduce the risk of supply shortages. He also invested in research and development, R&D, to improve production processes, helping to reduce costs while maintaining quality. One of the biggest challenges was convincing international partners about the product's standards. Hung continuously learned and applied certifications like Viet Gap and HACCP to meet the stringent requirements of international markets. These difficulties became valuable lessons, helping Hung not only solidify his position in the domestic market, but also build trust with international partners. After establishing his position domestically, Hung focused on an export strategy with the goal of bringing the Hung Viet sea crabs brand to global markets. He chose Asian markets such as Japan, South Korea, and China, where there was high demand for fresh seafood, while setting a long-term target for Europe and North America. The first challenge was meeting international standards. Hung invested heavily in modern cold storage technology to ensure that the crabs always retained their freshness from the moment they were caught to when they reached international consumers. He also worked with international quality testing centers to achieve certifications such as HACCP and ISO 22000, meeting the stringent food safety requirements. Hung participated in international trade fairs, where he presented his sustainable production process and the traditional values of his brand. This not only helped him build trust with importers, but also created a buzz about the success story of a young Vietnamese entrepreneur. The first batches of crabs exported to Japan received positive feedback from consumers. With the support of strategic partners and a well-planned communication strategy, Hung Viet sea crabs quickly earned the trust of international markets, ushering in a period of rapid growth. Hung realized that for the brand to grow sustainably, human resources were the most important foundation. He built a team of staff who were not only skilled but also shared the same vision and aspirations to develop the Hung Viet sea crabs brand. The recruitment process was carefully designed, prioritizing those who were responsible and willing to learn. After hiring, employees participated in specialized training courses on crab farming, supply chain management, and customer service skills. Hung also regularly organized sessions to share the company's development direction, helping employees understand their roles and importance in this grand journey. In addition to training, Hung focused on building a cohesive corporate culture. He encouraged creativity and listened to feedback from everyone. Regular meetings not only helped improve work efficiency but also provided opportunities for employees to feel more connected to the company. As a result, Hung had a united workforce, always ready to overcome challenges to make Hung Viet sea crabs expand further. To meet the growing demand and improve production efficiency, Hung decided to apply modern technology to farming, preservation, and transportation. He implemented smart sensors in the farming ponds to monitor the water environment in real time, ensuring that salinity, temperature, and oxygen levels were always optimal. In preservation, Hung invested in quick freezing technology, IQF, which helps maintain the crab's freshness without losing nutritional value. This was particularly important when exporting to distant markets like Europe and North America. Additionally, he developed an integrated supply chain management system, allowing for full tracking of the product's journey from catch to delivery. This system not only optimized processes but also ensured transparency, increasing customer trust. With the support of technology, Hung Viet Sea Crabs not only increased productivity but also enhanced quality, maintaining its commitment to delivering the best products to consumers. Hung always believed that the growth of a business should be tied to the benefits of the community. For him, Hung Viet Sea Crabs was not just a business brand but also a symbol of social responsibility and ocean conservation. Hung established a fund to support education for children in poor fishing villages, providing them with opportunities to learn and grow. He also sponsored beach restoration projects, protected natural seafood resources, and organized campaigns to raise awareness about protecting the ocean environment. Not stopping there, Hung created thousands of jobs for local people, especially in crab farming and processing. He always set the goal of improving the community's living standards, providing stable incomes, and helping them take pride in their traditional occupations. These contributions not only built a community-friendly image for the business but also created strong bonds between the brand and the people. With a solid foundation, Hung set ambitious goals for the Hung Viet Sea Crabs brand. He planned to expand the market to Europe and the United States, two markets with high-quality standards but also huge opportunities for value-added products. At the same time, Hung invested in research and development, R&D, to create crab-based products such as canned crab soup, crab paste, and crab meat snacks. This would not only diversify the product range but also increase the value of raw materials. Hung also aimed to build a sustainable ecosystem around the seafood industry, including collaborating with scientists to find solutions for marine ecosystem protection and developing environmentally friendly farming models. Hung's vision is to make Hung Viet Sea Crabs a global symbol of high-quality seafood, while also inspiring young Vietnamese entrepreneurs with aspirations and a spirit of innovation. Thank you for listening patiently up to this point, and I would like to congratulate you on your listening, comprehension, and vocabulary skills improving every day. Along with that, your ability to concentrate has been and will gradually take shape. All the necessary abilities to succeed, whether in study or work, are thoroughly explored in each video I post. I wish you happy studying, and see you in the next videos.